She also told you a very interesting story about a Shiva call. And Shiva is the mourning period for Jewish people who've lost somebody in the immediate family. And as part of that mourning process, friends and family come and visit and, kind of surround the bereaved. So what happened during this Shiva call?
Well, okay, and this was in the context of she's trying to explain the relationship between Allen Weisselberg, the chief financial officer who the prosecutors want to get to turn against Trump, and his relationship with Trump. And it's of interest to the prosecutors because they're trying to figure out how do we get this man to cooperate. And what she's describing is that her former father-in-law is just in the thrall of Trump from her standpoint. He just worships Trump. And so it's going to be a pretty hard thing to turn him. And so she described when she first met Trump, it was 1997, and she was attending this Shiva for Allen Weisselberg's mother. And a limousine pulled up at the Weisselberg family house in Wantagh, Long Island, and Trump gets out of this limousine, looks around, and the first thing he says is, "This is where my chief financial officer lives? This is embarrassing," because it was sort of a modest house. So it starts like that. And the next thing that happens is Trump comes in to the Shiva where the bereaved are and paying their respects to the family. And instead of being supportive, what Trump does is he takes out pictures of nude women that had been on a yacht that he'd had recently and starts passing around pictures of these nude women. And then he turns and starts hitting on Jennifer Weisselberg, who is at that point, dating Weisselberg's son. They're not yet married. And what Jennifer Weisselberg said to me was that far from defending her and standing up to Trump, that Allen Weisselberg just sort of tried to please the boss, laugh it off, sort of egg him on in some ways. And so you get to see from that Weisselberg is very much in Trump's shadow and sort of playing up to the boss, even at his own mother's memorial service.